Today on the Gebs 24, we are dropping some Super Nintendo bangers, including Demon's Crest and many, many more. We also have a stack of N64 and GameCube in this awesome shop, Vintage Gamer. We have arrived at Vintage Gamer, which is over there, and I'm not joking when I say it has been years, maybe 3-4 years since I've last been here. And we're down here because Nick put a post on Facebook with some Super Nintendo big hitters, and I'm interested in Demon's Crest. So we did say it open a bit early. The shutters are still down, but the door might be open. So we're going to nip round and we're going to have a look, and we're going to hopefully strike a deal and obviously show you guys around. It's going to be awesome to kind of see the vibe of the place. There's always amazing stock. So it's going to be really, really cool. It's been a long drive down, so I hope he's got a working toilet. As you guys can see, the shutters are down. I have to wait. I did message him, but he's not in as of yet, so we'll go wait in the car for it to open. Update, Nick is literally 10 minutes away. He's just kind of dropped us a message on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm in the car park around the side now. I think last time I came, he actually pulled up right in front of me, because I did this last time. Because the side plug, there's another shop, a brand new shop 10 minutes away. Not brand new, but brand new to me and brand new to you, my viewers, Team 24. So we're actually going to be darting off to that new place after we've done this. So I guess we're just going to sit here and wait for Nick to get these beautiful Super Nintendo games out. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous at the same time. Like, my adrenaline is through the roof right now. Can we strike a deal? Here it is, guys. We're going in. It's going to be good. Let's do it. We're in Vintage Gamer again. Been absolutely years since I have been down. Really nice PS3 stuff in, really nice PS2, you're all going to see it, and really nice PS1. And of course we've got this infamous room here, which is just so iconic with all of the PlayStation 1 games. I think I had a thumbnail in here last time I came down. PS2, you got your PC stuff at top. I do get asked a lot, do these places that I go to stock PC? The answer is yes, they do. And of course 360. And Nick and I just had a very brief conversation about this. It's a kind of a platform he's not as fussed about. We were talking about how much PS3 is actually going to start popping off. And then in the back, we'll show you around properly anyway. You've got like big box stuff. But I want to see the big hitters first. Oh, we've got some random SNES down there as well. But let's go in. Nick's serving a customer. We're going to have a look at the big hitters. And there's plenty of them. So we have a Sega wall, Super Mega Drive, Sega Mega Drive, and I like that they've got all the Electronic Arts stuff facing forward. Master System, I'm not going to lie, these are double road. You don't tend to see a lot of Master System in, but there's actually loads in here. Like I said, it is kind of double road, which is awesome. Oh, that's a banger in it. Moonwalker. Even says if we've got manual in or not. This one doesn't. Only 18 quid. Again, we got Master Games 1. Now that is a nice. It's just a nice kind of compilation of games, isn't it? Like Mega Games on the Sega Mega Drive. What else do we got in here? Shadow Dancer, another classic. Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. I mean, there's just so much stuff in. I need a few seconds of your time to tell you about channel memberships. If you guys want to become a channel member, click join from the main page or the second link in the description. There are 3 tiers, all with different perks for you if you want to become a team member. Thanks for your time. Let's continue with the video. Now, for your computer fans, seeing more and more of like the tape-based games. So again, not my thing. Spectrum, bit of Rogue Trooper. Oh, the first game I ever played, Horace Goes Skiing. It was that and Skate or Die. And somebody actually gifted me this at one of the markets to commemorate this being the very first game that I played. And of course Atari, which again, I'm seeing so much more of this stuff, so much more of it. It's not really my jam. And in terms of the actual computers themselves, got some nice stuff in. This is quite an obscure Commodore 64, 130 quid, no games. But of course, I've got to show you this, which I do own. Now this, look, it says it came with like stickers, tattoos and postcards. I bet it doesn't have any of them in, it just has the game. But I think the artwork itself is just so darn iconic. So just clocked some Sega Saturn in. Here's one I don't see that often. Tape on box, sorry, I can't even read. Doesn't look like, reminds me of Shell Shock, which is a great game if you've not played it. PS1 and on the Sega Saturn. And of course, you've just got your, are these double road? These look, yes, they are double road. Nothing I'm looking for on the Dreamcast or Sega Saturn. Kind of got most of the really good Sega Saturn games. Fighting Force 2 there. I think I have a copy of this on the Dreamcast, but it doesn't work. Missing front insert. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's my PS1 copy or the Dreamcast copy. Darn it. So just found this Crash Bandicoot XS on the Game Boy Advance, which you don't see around that often. Big Trouble Little Planet. It's just, again, nice seeing stuff that I never really knew that existed. Looks wicked. So this is open, I think. Is it? Yep. We've got the brown kind of classics of the Sega Mega Drive cases. You've got Flintstone, Batman Returns, Cool Spot, Mickey and Donald Duck. What is that? World Championship Soccer, Global Gladiators. That's pretty cool. And then randomly a bit of Shaq Fu here. Now this is notoriously a really bad game. But some people, I was listening to a podcast recently and somebody said that they actually really do like this game. It's kind of weird how bad games are actually really liked by people as well. We got some, like I said, some really nice big hitters on the PlayStation. Really nice to always see that collector's edition kicking about. Nothing I really want at the moment. There's a couple of RPGs on the US PlayStation 1 that I'm after. This, oh, don't want to drop it. Much prefer the original. This is locked in at 150 quid for Nightmare Creatures 2. Not the best game, but I think if you're a fan of the series, then obviously this kind of completes that series, which is really nice. Got some Vandal Hearts in as well. Vandal Hearts 2, my apologies. Locked in at 70 quid. It's actually a really good price, doesn't have manual. And then what else have we got? Circuit Breakers. Nice cheap one for 9 quid. You don't see that often though. So it just goes to show you can still get some really decent games for, you know, like obscure games for pretty cheap, guys. Now at the front we've actually got loads more Dreamcast games that I'm going to take you through in a minute. But I've also clocked this 1988 cap from like Punch Out. When Nick comes back, I'm going to ask him what the story is because I love this kind of weird and wonderful, just random stuff. 1988, proper vintage. Right, okay. Clocking some interesting Super Nintendo stuff down here. Thought that was Mario Kart. Got asterisks in. Now I've got this. So it's not one I'm going to be buying, but it's just I just love how random everything is. It's brilliant. What else have we got? Just some more kind of more common stuff like SimCity, Starwing, Pebble Beach Golf. Don't think there's anything here that I've not got except, what is this one? Virtual Soccer. It's even got the old price tag on it of £5.99, which I'm not gonna lie, just adds that extra nostalgia kick. I'll show it you guys, check it out. you can see the price tag. I don't know what store that would have been in. It's just a generic tag, isn't it, from back in the day? But I just think that adds that extra bit of finesse. I'm so sad. Found a double case, the classic double case on PS1 Reloaded. Doesn't have manual, but this is a great game, and weirdly enough I streamed a little bit of Loaded a couple of months ago, and people said that they'd never even heard of the series. So if you've heard of Reloaded and of course Loaded, leave us a comment and let me know, or if you haven't, that's fine. If you haven't, take it from me, it's definitely a game that you need to play. Loaded and Reloaded. Backroom vibes. Big box PC definitely has tons and tons and tons of value. Metal Jesus would eat this alive. Unfortunately, I don't have a PC that would even play these, and I don't have space to store them. So that's me out of the big box PC games. There's even more down here. I think the only one that I feel the box art is just so gnarly on is that, because that for me changed everything back in the day. And the reason it changed everything was because I didn't have a PC. So when this actually came to the PS1, it kind of was a way for me to be able to play a really cool simulation game, but on a console, because I couldn't afford a PC. Now my friend Thomas, he had a £3,000 PC, and I used to sit and watch him play this for ages, and I was like, why can't it come to PS1? And then it did, and I've loved it ever since, and it came to the Super Nintendo. Bit clunky on the SNES though. Oh my god, I want to ask Nick if I can buy rather, not have, that poster. That is an original. Got even more PS1 goodies in here. I would like Road Rash 3D and Road Rash Jailbreak if we come across that. This is it. Check it out, my beloved Super Nintendo. This is what I'm interested in, Demon's Crest. But there's so much stuff, and I've been told it's all of them have got manual. So we're going to pull some out. We'll have a little look. A lot of them I do own, but some of them I don't own. I don't own Wild Guns. Don't own that. Don't own that. Don't own that. I have an unboxed copy of that, and I believe I have an unboxed copy of that. But let's take a look at some of these beautiful big hitters, because this is the main reason we've come down. So this is a Spanish copy of Run Saber. We were just talking about Cool World as well, which is a Spanish, which I think is like Spanish exclusive, really, really rare, common on NTSC, but super rare on PAL. So this is Run Saber, guys. Check it out. All come from the same collector. I actually think it's great condition. But I guess that can be down to interpretation as well. We got Alien Rebels, we got some Slam Masters as well. Let's have a look. Was that the Spanish exclusive? I might have been mistaken, that was a Spanish exclusive. Their boxes seem a little bit thicker, because I have never seen that. I have never seen that. That is wicked. What else we got in? Now, this is definitely one I think, like, yeah, you can see that obviously we're just talking like mint, Hagan, however it's pronounced, would go for over £1,000 if it was nice condition. But as you guys can see, there's a little bit of damage on there, but that's fine, isn't it? I think that's still in really nice condition. Solid game, probably one of the most difficult Super Nintendo games ever. And we did see this in a previous episode, actually a couple of weeks ago when we were down at Game Smart Yardley. But yeah, that's in at $5.50 down here at Vintage Gamer. But of course, Demon's Crest, which is one of those games that when you see at markets or in shops, it's just a real head turner. It just kind of like, you know, it certainly turns my head anyway. Incredible artwork. I actually don't even mind that it has this black border. It just adds to that kind of dark, just because it's quite a dark game with nice gothic artwork. freaking love this. So this has manual. Have you had much interest in these then, Nick?
Yes, I've had offers on quite a few.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's an event next week.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'll take your offer after the event if it's still
Yes.
there.
Yeah. Because it's, yeah, is it the Black Country Gaming Fair or something? Yeah. So yeah, it's a good one. It's down in Wolverhampton, is it?
It's in Bilston, yeah.
Okay.
The Robin 2.
Fair play.
It's a decent small event.
Yeah. It's good. What's the best price on Demon's Crest?
You want it, Ian?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Let me see what I paid.
He's going to have a look at what he's paid, and then the negotiations will be going. Probably won't film negotiations because I just find that quite uncomfortable, but we'll obviously check back in with you guys. But there's loads more stuff in here. Super Pro Protector. Now, I think I got absolutely stung on a copy of this about 6 months ago. This is a great price in here in 85 quid. Of course, known as Contra 3 in the good old US of A. Battletoads. My God. There's just so much in here. So much in it. And even, how could I not have kind of pulled this out already? Wild Guns. Again, rare, very rare.
Last copy I had of that I sold for £1,400.
Last copy you sold of this was £1,400, yeah? Mint. These are in good condition though.
They're okay, yeah. I'm fussy on them.
Okay, so your standards are quite kind of, yeah, you got high standards, yeah. Yeah, fair play. Look, just look at this, guys. I'm going to take pictures anyway. I'm going to be banging a load of stuff on Instagram. Look how crispy that is. 900 quid locked in. Again, has the manual. Whew. Got N64 stuff we're going to whip out as well, of course. The deal has been done. Demon's Crest is coming home. We'll talk about prices, obviously. I want to go through some N64 stuff. And if you guys do come down, I've shown you the big hitter Super Nintendo. There's big hitter GameCube. There's big hitter N64, which we'll go through. Nick has said he will kind of he would negotiate if you guys do want to drop in or drop him a DM on Facebook. We of course link everybody in the description. And everybody's always like, where is the shops you go to? Is this in Cradley, a place called Cradley? Is this Craigley? Cradley. Last time I came down, I said it was Birmingham and got absolutely destroyed in the comments. How dare you? It's not Birmingham. And I got absolutely hammered. So it's not, but we'll again link them in the description. But now let's take you through some N64 stuff. Here we go then. So you got your Turoks in. Again, everything is priced up really nice and in the Sentinel cases, keeping things minty fresh. Of course, the further down we go, we're getting into your big hitter realm, of course, this. If I can get this out. You see it quite often. But one thing I will say about Conker's Bad Fur Day is this has not lost its value in all the years I've been doing this. So this is in at 310. Again, all with manual. What else we got? What has increased in price is Majora's Mask, because back when I picked this up many moons ago, this was clocking on the £60 mark, but it has increased in value massively. Of course, we've got this beaut as well. Now, if ever you see a Castlevania game, you can always bet your bottom dollar that it's going to be, it's kind of like you're paying mid-range stuff for Castlevania, of course, on the Sega Mega Drive. I don't think they've got Castlevania in on the Mega Drive, but that is the more kind of obscure Castlevania. But this is a real good price in at 58 quid. I own it. I do believe I own it. And then all your classics. Oh, this is a nice game. I actually love driving games. World Driver Championship. I'm a sucker for a driving game. Again, there were some really nice ones on the N64, including this. This is a Spanish version of Cruising World. Phenomenal little game. Again, one I highly check out. And of course, you can. The great thing about the N64 is you are repping with your 4-player co-op. You are repping with it. So that's your N64 lot. Your big hitters. It's nice. random things in. Legends versus New Generation. I have never seen this GameCube game before. My question is, have you? This is NTSC. That's probably why. It might be an NTSC exclusive. What else do we have? Beyond Good and Evil. That shot up in value. And your double packs. This looks like a German pack. Again, quite a big, yeah, an exclusive, as Nick says, an exclusive double pack. Wow, that has definitely elevated in value, but that is a fantastic price. Fun fact, paid when this came out, way back when, paid 38 quid on Amazon for this. And it is my third favourite, oh hello, my third favourite Zelda game of all time. Wicked. What else we got in? What is that? Baton Katos? Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean. That looks cool. That looks really cool. Never seen that before. Probably going to regret not picking that up. So in the cabinets, of course, in most places I go to, we've got like little Pokemon displays, massive brand, hugely popular, and there's some wicked stuff in here. And of course, these big box Wii U games are incredibly expensive. You know, the ones that are bundled in with the amiibos. Again, really expensive. I have this one, and that was the one I think Callum got on our challenge at Super Game Shack. So these were the additional Dreamcast games that we talked about. Thought there might be some big hitters in, just having a quick scour. Doesn't seem to be. But I will say this is actually a ton of Dreamcast games in down here at Vintage Gamer. So if this is your thing at the minute, guys, I think you're going to find some real value in this. What is this? Record of Lodos War. Oh yes, I have this. I do recognise that. Looks interesting. Even though I own it, I've never played it. Now my question to you is this. How many games do you own that you have never played? Answer honestly in the comment section. More goodness down here. What do we got? NES. Plenty of NES in. And SNES. And more N64, which is really cool. We talked about racing games here. This is awesome. Beetle Adventure Racing on the N64. Wicked game. Absolutely mint. And yeah, Game Gear. Again, seeing a lot more Game Gear stuff out and about. It's really nice to see. One of the best handhelds, I believe. So I've just asked Nick what kind of additional rare stuff we've got, and he's got some weird bits. So let's go take a look at what these weird bits are. So we got this nice, really nice Spawn figure. What's the story behind this, Nick? This looks wicked. It's just cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Really exciting, but no story. Just super rare. Never see it.
Wow.
Just really cool.
Yeah.
Sitting next to the SNES game, it looks awesome.
If anyone knows anything about this in the comment section, if you're a figure collector, let us know. Oh, here we go. We've got the big box Super Metroid rep in here. I have everything but the box, actually. So that's really cool. What a great piece that was. Is this complete, this Metroid? Yeah. Yeah, well, we got it. So we've got some more secret stuff going on here. Oh, wow. Factory sealed. Factory sealed. Oh, my God. You taking it to the show?
No.
Keeping it?
Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
Anniversary next year.
Yeah?
Let's get it sold next year.
There you go. Love it. What do you guys reckon to the big box stuff like this as well? I think they did a Yoshi's Island. I think it was Yoshi's Island. Yep. I think it's cool. I think they're cool. But the small box variant is even better. Check it out. This is the 360 version of Lords of Shadows 2. I have the PS3 version, I was just saying to Nick, so this is a really nice piece of kit. And I love the branding on the box as well. That also gets me excited. That is wicked. Not for sale, no?
It is.
So I've got it. Yeah, it's on hold. It's on hold. But we're pulling out all the juicy bits, guys. Down at Vintage Gamer. Now we are seriously getting into the nitty-gritty of retro gaming televisions, because we've got the PVM Trinitron, I can never pronounce that, Sony, of course, these are one of the most iconic ways to play your games. Very heavy, very common in Japan. You can buy these like in the book offs, but over here, they're just incredible. It's in great condition as well, Nick. It's in really nice condition. Incredible.
What?
Go on.
So, I haven't opened this for 5 years. I don't even know what's in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this could be like a SNES PlayStation prototype.
I think so. It's probably nothing, but I'm intrigued myself. That's
Right. Okay. So this has been sealed for 5 years, and we're about to open it.
What is it?
What is it? What is it?
I have no idea.
What is that? Voluntary emergency. Is it like a CAB radio?
I have no idea.
Mate, check it out. Here we go. Raynet Voluntary Emergency Communications. Oh, here we go. Some kind of random stuff, probably from like Chernobyl or something. Do you know what I mean? So, almost Southeast Hampshire Raynet. Actions and responsibilities on call out. So if you guys want some nice kind of random bits here, you're getting it all down at your Vintage Gamer.
I just wanted to see what it was. I have literally no idea.
It's mint. So we're taking a little peek in. So I've been told everything here on the top left is factory sealed, okay? This is some factory sealed stuff. We've got exclusive access. Most of it I can't see. It's mainly kind of your Xbox, Wii U. Oh, this is the Monopoly edition. I have this, the Zelda edition. Wow, it just goes back and back and back. We got sealed Dreamcast games at the back as well. So yeah, apparently this, again, all factory sealed. But every little shop has one of these areas that you just have. So got some Borderlands 2. Any copies of Borderlands 2 here? Plenty in there. Got some just random Shenmue collector's cards. I just love how random it is. It's wicked. Awesome. So we have the big box Metroid here. So I'm thinking about buying this and then selling my cart and the game guide. So this is in, you know, reasonable condition, priced in at 200 quid. The guide itself we've got here, which is a nice beefcake of a guide. Great thing there. And of course the game. I mean, it just seems like there's so much empty space in there, doesn't it? So much empty space to make sure it is Metroid. We've got it locked in. Yes, check it out. So this is in, like I say, good condition box. I know that the smaller box is much more obscure and expensive, but I think this is pretty cool. Some really nice stuff here, some 3DO. I've never heard of that, Hell, a cyberpunk thriller, but I've heard of the rest of them. And then obviously the Unboxed Jag. This is really cool. I still have like a few Unboxed Jaguar games from my collection, which will be going up for sale pretty soon. But this is a nice little cupboard. I've seen a lot of Evercade knocking about. I don't know what it is about Evercade. What are your thoughts of these Evercade, Nick? Do you like them? Pretty cool.
Yeah, they're a cool concept.
Yeah.
Just because I don't play games, it doesn't really mean anything to me. But
yeah.
Sean absolutely loves it.
Sean loves it. Do you love the Evercade, yeah?
I've got the Tab condition. I think
nice.
For what they are, I think for the price, I think they've got
yeah.
pretty good value.
Yeah, definitely. With manuals as well. The fact they've got colour manuals is incredible. Okay, so obviously we picked up some really cool bits. Now, like I said, it was a shame that Metroid was sold, but we did, of course, pick up Demon's Crest. I finally got a PAL copy of this. Paid $6.50 for this. So Nick did give me a really good price, and I am ecstatic to finally own a copy of Demon's Crest. What an absolute gem. I'm going to play that on my arcade cab, not my arcade cab, my SNES kiosk. And then I'm a sucker for a really nice like RPG, very similar in the vein of like Final Fantasy. Picked up, if I can pronounce it right, Baton Kaitos, Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean. Now, if I do own this, I'll be selling it for 30 quid, which is what I paid for it. But I'm pretty sure I don't own it. But if I do, then I'll just try and kind of get what I paid for it. So That is really nice. Really, really nice. And of course, Demon's Crest, which is the absolute creme de la creme. Incredible. Now we're heading 8 miles down the road to film for the next episode, so you guys are going to want to stay tuned. But we've got to get back to the Lady Lounge in this episode first, haven't we? We really have. Keep that there, and away we go. We are, of course, back at base with Demon's Crest, a brand new Super Nintendo game in the collection. Really, really stoked with this, and this is probably, I'm just having a think, this is probably the most expensive Super Nintendo game I've ever purchased, locked in at £650, which is an incredible price. And I think the one down from that was when I recently picked up Turtles in Time, which is up there, as you guys can see, for £385 CIB English PAL. Now this is much cheaper on NTSC, so if you don't want to pay this price and you do want a physical copy, good luck finding it PAL, but there's a lot more kind of in circulation on eBay on NTSC. So speaking of expensive Super Nintendo game, let's head over to Callum, aka the Retro Ghetto, and find out his top 3 most expensive Super Nintendo games. What you got for us, Callum?
Hi everybody, welcome to the Retro Ghetto. So I've heard a rumour that Gemma's added an absolute banger to her collection recently, and she's asked me to share with you guys the top 3 most expensive games throughout my entire collection. Now, I've been fortunate enough to add some very nice games over the multiple systems that I collect for, but unsurprisingly, with me going for the full Super Nintendo set, that's where we're going to find my top 3 heaviest hitters. Now, often with Nintendo cardboard, it all comes down to condition if you're going to talk in terms of value, but I'm just going to go roughly based on how expensive these games tend to sell for. And the first one I want to highlight is Pocky and Rocky 2. Also known as Kiki Kai Kai in Japan, this 1995 Natsume developed mythological Japanese themed shoot 'em up is a certified classic. Yeah, great game this one. I picked this up last year from Retro World here in Derby, and I'm still on the final level, so hopefully this is the year that I get this one completed. This next one is one of the most infamous games on the entire Super Nintendo system, and that is Super Hagane. This 1994 action platformer is often described as being one of the hardest games in the entire Super Nintendo library, but that doesn't take away from how fun this game is. I mean, you play as a cyborg ninja. What more can I say? Yeah, fantastic game. Definitely worth playing if you can get your hands on this one. And in at number 1 spot, a very recent addition, one I actually found sat at a toy fair, but believe it or not, and that is the most expensive game on the Super Nintendo, at least according to CEX, that is, and that is Mega Man X2. And whilst the value can be debated of this Capcom platforming classic, what can't be debated is how good a game it is. Absolute brilliant game. Love all the Mega Man X series in particular. And now all too often when you're this deep into collecting, especially going down the full set route, the most expensive games are quite often not very good. It's just due to rarity. However, at least in the case of these 3, I can say these are all certified bangers. I would highly recommend playing any of them. And yeah, that's the top 3 most expensive games in my collection. At least for now. There's going to be something coming very, very soon to this room which will blow these 3 out of the water, but we'll get to that a little bit later on. But Gemma, thank you very much. Back to
And of course, we picked up, I can never pronounce it, Baton Katos. And I did wonder if I had it. So if I do have this, we'll head over to the collection here. I will be reselling, get ready. No, we don't have it, which is fantastic. Of course, the GameCube games are alphabetized, and thankfully I don't have it, which is incredible. But then I've just also remembered that we have some GameCube games down here, and I do not have it. I can already see by the colour of the spine that we do not own this game. Now, if you watched last Thursday's episode, we had an incredible sort out here in the Lady Lounge. We've got the SF1 repping up there, but we've also got the region-free, hello Molly, the region-free Spice Orange GameCube. She's trying to get a fuss. She's got a little pretty pink bow from the grooming salon. So that will be nice just to sit back and play some of this when I actually get time. But this is all stuff for sale as well. I've got loads of bits going on at the minute, and we've closed up the attic for now, the Lady Loft. But everything in here is looking absolutely fresh at the minute. So I think what we need to do is head on upstairs and we need to play some Demon's Crest on the none other than the Swedish Super Nintendo kiosk.